Hey guys, it's Aaron here. I got another verse for this week. It's Revelations 3:20, and what it says is, "Look, I stand at the door and knock. If you hear my voice and open the door, I will come in, and we will share a meal together as friends." So, let's talk about this verse, and then, yeah. So let's talk about this verse. Alright, so what this means basically is Jesus. Jesus is standing. Your heart would be the door. He wants to come inside your life and he wants to work through you. So it says, "I stand at the door and knock," which means he's knocking on your heart. So when you're like sitting in church and you just all of a sudden get this feeling like, I want to go down there and give my life to Christ. When you get the invitation. And so you get that feeling, and then basically when you accept them into your heart, like like um like at church where you have your invitations and they're like, you can come down and then you'll get baptized and stuff. So you don't have to get baptized, but when it comes down to the point where you feel like you have to, you might want to but say we get to the point where you do let him into your heart, which means then you would, when you hear his voice, which is that voice that's telling you, like that voice, that's like, you get that feeling. That feeling is basically the voice of him saying, it's time, let's go down there and do it. Hey, open your heart and let me in. And then once you let him in, that's where it says, "I shall come in, we shall, excuse me, it says, then I shall come in and we should share a meal together as friends." So you let him in your heart. And then, after that, you would share a meal together as friends and then you would discipleship. So basically, you'll be living for Jesus. And, yeah. So, he stands at the door and knock. "Look, I stand at the door and knock," which means that's when you get that feeling where you just know that, it's the right time, to ask him into your heart. It's the right time, so knock, and then you open the door, and, basically, from that moment on, people should be able to see Christ working through you. They should be able to look at you and see Christ. People should be able to see change in you when you've been saved, because they should be able to see, those fruits of the spirits inside of you. You should be able to see those fruits, and people should be able to see those fruits through you, because when you get saved, you're supposed to change. You're not supposed to keep doing your old bad habits and addictions and stuff like that. Sometimes the hardest times to beat your addictions, beat your struggles and stuff, is going to be when you're saved, because Satan, me and you, we've seen firsthand what Satan can do, how Satan can destroy people's lives by using their weakness, which is their addictions, which is their, just those things they struggle with on a daily basis. We experienced it last night. Satan used a YouTuber, he used his addiction, to break him down, destroy him. You have to resist the temptation that Satan is trying to put on you, because guys, your struggles, your addiction, you gotta get past that. And when you get saved, that's gonna be the hardest time, because that's when Satan's gonna be most active. Because he doesn't want you to, accept the Lord into your heart. He doesn't want that. So, you gotta get past that. I mean, it's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. Those temptations, struggles, addictions, they're gonna be there. But over time, do you want to follow Jesus? Let's put it this way. If you let Satan use you and let you use your addiction to break you down, is doing your addiction really gonna be worth it in the end? You might lose people that love you, people that care about you. Well, you are. It's just how it is. It's a consequence. You're gonna allow Satan to use you, and Satan's not using you for the good. He's using you to destroy you, tear you apart, rip you apart. That's what he's doing. And most often times, he will use your struggles. He will use your addictions, temptations. But the good thing about this is the hard times is Jesus can see way ahead of time. So Jesus is gonna know what's gonna happen. A lot of times when people have bad things happen to them, and they'll oftentimes blame God right away. God, why did you do this? God, why did you put me in jail? God, God, why? And God doesn't do anything to hurt you. He does things to help you. If you do drugs, you go to jail, and you face the consequence. You do the crime, you pay the time. And if you're gonna do something wrong, you know it's wrong. You need to be held accountable for your actions. It's just how it is. And being held accountable of your actions is Jesus' way of helping you. Because if you just went on and on and on doing drugs, doing alcohol, partying, if you just keep going on and on and on and on doing these things, eventually it's going to destroy you, kill you even. Drugs isn't the way to go. You got to fight past these addictions. You got to fight past the temptations. Temptations is always going to be around. But you just got to really fight past them. Just got to fight past it. You got to stay strong. You got to believe the Word of God. You gotta study the Word of God. Because the more you study it, the more you'll know about Jesus. And then you'll be able to figure out some of His promises. Yeah, Jesus isn't like humans. He doesn't break His promise. Every promise in the Bible, He keeps. He's revealing them now. So, Jesus is standing at the door of your heart. He's there. It's just your time. You gotta make that time when you're ready, ready to accept Him into my heart. Then He no longer stands at the door. The door is your heart, if you don't know. The door is your heart. He stands at the door and He knocks. And when He's knocking, that's that feeling you get like, yeah, I'm ready to accept Jesus in my life. That's what it is. And so, then once you accept Him into your heart and stuff, get baptized and stuff, it's when you get to go out and tell others about Him, live for Him, study the Word of God. That's when you get to do all these things. And so that's just, you have to make that call. You have to make that decision. Nobody else can make that decision for you. And if they did, then it really wouldn't be, a real decision. You gotta pick. you gotta pick when you make that decision. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like my content and you want to see more, every time I upload, hit the subscribe button and hit notifications, which is going to be that bell, which is going to be in the right beside the subscribe button. Thank you guys. See you guys.